Hello guys, so today it's another vlog and today's vlog guys, the title of our vlog, why you have to choose manual mode or you have to shoot manual mode instead of auto. So on this vlog, I'm gonna demonstrate how you use your manual mode and compare for auto mode. So we will take pictures uh, from auto shot and manual. So, yan. So again, without further ado, but again, if you are new to my channel, if you want this kind of content, please consider subscribe and hit the notification bell so at least you'll be updated for all the videos that we will upload regarding photo, video, and tutorial. So without further ado, guys, let's start now. So we have Canon R6 Mark II here with the 24-105 kit lens. So again guys, we are already in the manual mode, which is the M. You have your shutter, the aperture, and your ISO. So only you need to understand the basic rule for exposure is these three guys. Again, the shutter speed, which is this one is to 80, one is to something. The aperture, which is f4, f5.6, depends on your lens, and the last one is the ISO. So you need to set this one for according for your exposure. Okay, now guys, so again, let's put the camera into live view mode. So you can see the actual changing of the exposure. So again, we have here from down our shutter speed, which is, yan. If you see the 1 is to 125 or depends, and the aperture of the lens, which is f4, and this in the middle, depends on the lens, guys. On this scenario, we have 24-105 kit lens. So it's start from f4 down f4 up to f22 of f18. So next is the ISO for the sensitivity of this light. But on today's vlog, I'm gonna show you a quick test and a quick comparison with shooting manual and auto. So now we're on the manual mode, and this is my exposure, and this is the exposure compensation. It must be in the level. So we are already overexposed. Again, we make it down by increasing. I increase the aperture, or you can put your aperture f4 and decrease your ISO. So I'm gonna decrease my ISO into 100, and now we have f4. It's in the middle. So shutter. So when you click the focus and take a photo, this will be your light. So it's like underexposed or not overexposed from the highlights, but underexposed for your shadow. So it depends on you guys. But again, we will take another shot with correct exposure from um, shadow, but you have more highlights. So if you like this kind of photo, then you can control all the lights. For example, I'll take another photo. I have 1 to 128 shutter, f4 aperture, and ISO 400. Done. So this is if you want this kind of photo, then you can go on that exposure. So next, we will try to switch the camera to automatic mode, fully auto. Yeah, scene intelligent auto shoot with settings. This is a full auto. Okay. Now we will try to take photo with the full auto. Again, so this is the full auto, this is the automatic, and this is manual. So you can see the difference between shooting auto and manual. This is a full auto and this is manual. So it's more light from the manual. So again, we will try to take another shot in a different scenario. Okay guys, so this is another scenario. We have full of highlights but less in shadow, and we are in the automatic mode. So we'll try to take some sample for auto. And again, we will switch to manual. And for manual, you can control your shutter. Depends on, yeah. So ISO, you can make it down. Depends on your style of your shooting. Again, so take a photo. So this is your manual, and this is your manual, and this is your auto. So it depends on your highlights. If you want to dim if you have more highlights than the shadow, then you can do it in your manual mode. But fully auto, it will give you a automatic exposure. But in manual mode, if you want more in highlights and less in shadow, you can play for your manual. But in auto, it will give you all fully automatic. And for the last part, I'm gonna show you. We'll have this fully auto. Yeah. In fully auto, it depends on the scenarios. These guys, see, you have a fully of light. Take a photo. Then we'll switch to manual. And yes, you can play if you want more. Yeah, shadow. You can play all your settings, guys. As depends on what you want on the photo. Example of F8. Slow shutter. See, this is manual and this is auto. See the difference, guys? You can control your highlights and shadow and yeah, and the exposure if you want more in highlights or if you're less in shadow. So again, guys, this is how to control your basic exposure from your camera. So again, I suggest just learn also to use your manual mode for your camera. So again, I think that's it for today's tutorial. And that's it for today, guys. So again, we check the comparison using manual and auto mode from your camera. Again, if you want to learn more about your photography and if you want to expand your knowledge in photography, I suggest to use your manual mode in your camera. So at least you can control your exposure. Depends on your like. But automatic is good. But for me, I like to play my exposure. So you can play your highlights and shadow using your manual mode. So yeah, I think that's it for today, guys. Again, if you want to learn more about photography, if you want to check also our product, and you can visit our website www.abworld.com. So all the accessories from your camera, it's available to our website. Lenses, lights, camera, tripod, microphone, name it, guys. So ayan, I think that's it for today. So again, flex time, shoutout ko lang si Palaboy na naglalaro. Ayun o, diba? Saka pa naka-duty pero may libre kaming games dito. Yan, si Palaboy nasa likod. Guys, again, that's it for today. Thank you and mabuhay.